Honorable colleague, my name is Shehu Garba. I represent Jama Sanga Federal Constituency of Kaduna State. Honorable Minister, I want to quickly draw your attention to two issues. Number one, the budget was predicated on production output of 2.2 million barrels per day, and also predicated on a sizable earning from the custom collection. Number one, custom collection has virtually collapsed for very obvious reason, and that is the volume of import into the country has almost been cut by half as a result of the shortage of foreign exchange. So that's number one challenge. You are not going to realize the money you are expecting from custom. Secondly, we have a very fundamental challenge regarding, oil. There seems to be no position. The government has not even begun to address the challenges we are facing in the Niger Delta, and therefore the amount or the earning from that end is already being challenged. That creates a very significant gap for the government. Very significant gap. Are you already thinking of increasing your borrowing from 2 trillion, maybe to a higher amount? And if so, what do you think will be the impact on the private sector borrowing? Wouldn't we be crowding out the private sector in this regard? Secondly, there's been a great complaint, very laudable complaint from the organized private sector, that this government has failed to bring the private sector into its program, bearing in mind the fact that the private sector is the greatest provider of jobs and output. This government has relegated the private sector to the background. You don't engage them, you are not discussing with them on what measures government need to put in place. Yet we are discussing diversification, we are discussing job creation, and these people that are in the center of job creation and perhaps in the center of diversification are not carried along in any way in the program. In fact, when the president traveled, you hardly see the organized private sector being part of that delegation. Not to talk of the National Assembly that has to provide money, for this diversification and perhaps, to support, the program of this government. Critical stakeholders need to be carried along in the quest to bring about diversification, and I think this government can do more in this regard. I would like you to make a comment regarding this. Thank you very much.